Hi guys! I've had a bad cold all week, but the show must go on, if for no other reason than to show off this guy's haircut. Looking good! This week we're talking about Finesse, a song that was hugely fun in the original version and that became even more fun when Cardi B came aboard for the remix. Her energy and personality made it wildly popular. But from a songwriting perspective, what do we make of her contribution? Is she really a featured artist on Finesse, or is she just the song's opening act? That's this week on American Popular Song Today! Hit it! In honor of the 90s homage in Finesse, I wanted to wear my Lucky Brand jeans and an extra large flannel. Yes, I've always been this cool. But my wardrobe being what it is these days, I've had to settle for this hat, which I'll wear sideways. You wanna wear the hat? Properly outfitted, let's get to it. In a pop song, the featured rap artist is almost always assigned to the bridge. And this song may give us a clue as to why that is, because here Cardi B is given the mic right at the beginning. As in all things, having the first word confers a tremendous amount of power and even responsibility to set the tone and calibrate our expectations for the song. In other words, as the first to speak, Cardi B has to make it sound like what she's doing in the first 30 seconds naturally sets up the 3 minutes that follow. That requires her to do more than just rap over the music the way she might if she were sampling Finesse for some other number. Instead, to be part of this number, she's got to pick up on the themes of the song and integrate them into what she's saying. Outside of the rap, Finesse is all about a couple that looks good and is good together. Unsurprisingly then, the governing pronoun of the song is we, as in don't we look good together, we'll turn heads forever, we drippin' in finesse, and even we got it going on, don't it feel so good to be us? Even when one partner is called out, there's a balance because the other partner is called out immediately after. In the pre-chorus, for example, Bruno says, blame it on my confidence or blame it on your measurements. Blame it on my confidence or blame it on your measurements. Making clear that each partner in this relationship is equally responsible for the success and attractiveness of the couple. As a quick aside, the notion that the man's most valuable asset is his confidence and the woman's most valuable asset is her measurements feels a little antiquated in 2018, and I might have thought twice about that. We'll cut Bruno some slack because that part of the song is actually from 2016. Then again, it's not from 1916, so maybe not too much slack. Alright, so we know what Cardi B's rap needs to be about. She needs to introduce this theme of the couple, or in some way make sure that her rap doesn't sound totally tangential to the 3 minutes that follow. Let's listen to the first few lines and see how she does.
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing, bossed up and not changed the game.
By my count, that's the word my twice, me once, I once, plus a name check to Cardi B herself. As the rest of the rap confirms, this is all about Cardi B and how great she is. Hyperbolic self-praise is a tried and true theme of rap music, but it's hard to think of a song less suited to it than the couple-centric Finesse. To further illustrate the point, consider the drip-drop sound in the chorus, which cleverly answers the figurative dripping with finesse with the literal sound of dripping water. Imagine for a moment if Cardi B heard the drip-drop sound and said to herself, I'm gonna write my rap about a plumber, about the hazards of leaky faucets and the importance of engaging a qualified professional before water damage leads to depreciation and property value. We'd all say that was crazy, that it had nothing to do with the song and sounds weird. The problem is we're all so accustomed to rappers rapping about themselves that we don't notice such a rap is just as out of place in Finesse as would be the rap about the leaky faucet. To quote the song, it don't make no sense. So although Cardi B is given the chance to introduce the theme of the song, I'd say it's a swing and a miss. In the last line of her rap, Cardi B says the words, we drippin' in finesse.
Oh yeah, we drippin' in finesse and getting paid.
By invoking the title for the first time, she seizes the opportunity to define its meaning. First, let me say that as the last line in the rap, and her only reference to something that reappears later, Cardi B's use of we drippin' in finesse feels like an 11th hour effort to shoehorn in something that relates her rap to the rest of the song, as if realizing, oh right, we have to get from here to there. But in my view, that one line is both too little and too late to effectively serve that purpose. Nevertheless, it raises an interesting question. When Cardi B says we drippin' in finesse, does it even mean the same thing as when Bruno says it later on? Ideally, the answer is yes, they're consistent, or no, they're inconsistent, but there's a good reason for that, like if the writer were trying to deliberately show two people miscommunicating. Here, I think the meaning of dripping in finesse does shift depending on who says it, but I don't think we have a good reason for that. In the context of Cardi B's rap about diamonds and popping rubber bands on stacks of cash, we drippin' in finesse sounds like we're rich, we're famous, we're living that fancy life. But when Bruno says we drippin' in finesse, it has nothing to do with money or fame. It's all about the magnetism between the couple he's describing and the gravitational pull of that couple on everyone everyone around them. Put another way, for Cardi B, finesse is quantifiable, but for Bruno, it's emotional. So defining the meaning of the title proves to be another way that the rap doesn't quite fit with the rest of the number. The incongruity of her rap in relation to the rest of the song underscores the real role she plays here, namely, not that of a collaborator, but of an opening act. There's nothing wrong with being an opening act, but let's not confuse that with a featured artist whose contribution is actually one with the song. Look, I think Cardi B is great. I'm not saying the Emperor has no clothes. I'm saying the Emperor wore blue jeans to the wedding, and is not that kind of wedding. Glad to see you at the wedding. You turned out to be the life of the party, but next time, please read the invitation more carefully, because when we look at pictures from the wedding, we want it to look like everyone was at the same wedding. We had a whole other topic we wanted to talk about, namely Cardi B's brilliant use of rhyme to prepare the listener for one word before delivering another one, but I'm trying to keep the videos shorter and also more focused, so we'll just leave it there. Please leave a comment with your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you every week. Next week, Meant to Be by BB Rexa and Florida Georgia Line. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing makes you feel good inside, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel.